Ladies, people, that's it, politically correct. It is the 21st century, and we shouldn't really assign genders. And the lights up here aren't bright enough because I can fucking see everybody, and it's not really meant to be this way. But per advertising on Facebook, this is an aid of the Simon community. And thank you very much. Maybe I should just hold up. If I do that, you can't go, yay! Easy. So, I'm sorry, lads, I've forgotten your name. Stephen Allen. Well, you heard that. Actually, you should be up here, not me. Right. Okay, I'm just here as a space filler. My job is to make all these guys look good. That's filling the space. Thank you so much. So far, so good. So I'm going to do a little poem for you, and this is the one that made me famous. Seriously, this was long before all of you people were allowed into pubs and stuff like that. But it's all about Dublin. This dip in the basin, thoroughfare, cavity of a pull-through for cute whores, tourists, addicts, urchins, overly patient Garda, lunch breaks, lazy folks, early retired, and tongues of a collection that would make Holy Ghost desirous, towering, infernally babbling. By Jesus, Shiantramanadeki, Assisi, Hashasa, Hasahantramanabakkai, blah, 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 blah. Gorav Mila Mahugut. Hey, where are you from, darling? Bear up cold queue, this money malarkey. Nice weather for nipples. Oh, you see, winter. It is my favourite season. So better in the summer to drop loose change at the end. Begging, toil for all seasons. Stalls, tables, chairs, embassies of greedy bastards. Anti-corporates putting all to rights under Coca-Cola umbrellas. 2 for the price of 1. Art in abundance. Hey, buddy. Get a job. You know, you gotta focus. Free phone, happy clappy, clickety-clack church, SVDP. They'll help you, you know. They've helped me. And we're all still praying to Mary, Mary everywhere. Tabloids, broadsheets, little shits. Too smart for their own good. Hard drive, slow muck, kick in the arse and hashish smoke. Mingling with that pleasing aroma of second-hand books, all caught in a shade of 100% mortgages, rock of ages, born anew, well sprung from this spring of watery promise and frothy bubbles. Ladies and gentlemen, please mind your belongings. We've got hip-hop, iPods, mods, rockers. Half of them now, I swear, they haven't been beaten up properly. Pierced bitches with tattoos. Whoa, flash. It is back to no new thing under the shiny wizard, this repetitious condition we're in. Punk troubadours, remixing, refixing, spin and dip, offspring, siblings, song and dance, fine romance, lonely hearts, spare smoke, brother, sound, well sound, and always a euro for that sweet Romanian baba. When you're sitting, sipping, just been getting high in this come down tenements. Remnants whispered that last night before a penny was dropped for the talk too much. Caught it once for all to see in a place to be, or has been. Composite attractions, forgotten poets, lost rappers, splitting pits, dodging pigeon shit, footfall missing, panniers straining, cooing and preening from organic markets through this inorganic parliament of chattering classes, matching glasses, gloves, hat, handbag. This one, it's recycled. Do you like it? It's sponsored by Sheer. I want. Free State Cleaners, oh yeah. Beamed in godlike, sweeping inherited condition over cobblestones. Rattled our history, you see, it is buried under concrete and brass plaques flag bones, whilst flesh clings to tongues cheek firmly somewhere in the middle of this old city. An older song it is hummed. Its speakers, the corner serendipity, rerouting it to the overkill of Asher. We all Pelsey Kells. Yeah, right. All raw balls and bare arsed under tartan. Eat, shit, drink, vomit, fight, ride. This age is common to both sides, a high fashion tagged for the lost and found. Unbridled passions, hemmed in drummers, them all beating a Spanish rhythm, I bet, and waiting for your man Jamaica from Brazil to begin again. This one love track mind, controlled by stand up if you hate the English. There's no place to piss around here since they shut your man Doran's down. Oh, the sweetest thing, it left our town. So you have to sprightly make your way to the IFI, gently passing by Eastern, Western, Northern, Sub-Saharan Africans, Americans, Texans, and all the rest of the way down, and a vast exotic swathe of Europeans, Russians, them all stuck in the 80s, having to swim through a sea of, the cologne, semi-yap, leather jackets, stone-washed denim, cheap Polish fags, happy-go-lucky buskers, despising one another's extended solo, and not too much sympathy for all that, out of the head, dirty weekenders, benders passing bye-bye, sweetheart, and a place to eat, centrally cheated, and the highest minimum played out of hidden ice boxes. Big horror. They're not letting poor Paddy in to kill the horn. There's one way or another, you're still undercover. But if the wind blows right tonight, boys and girls, we'll be singing in the rain, postponing this curfew, believing anyone can be a star, all searching for that next line, spouting it to a willing ear, and spilling tea along with superlatives, falling up more than able to fall down in a place, well, where the attitude, brother, is if you're in a fix, we'll do our best to sort you out. That's Dublin and Olivia. Ballsy Atliha. Thank you. Are you coming on again, lads? They're kicking me off. Okay, the lads are back on again. Okay. So, one more. Okay, and that's it. Can I go home then? Okay. Anyways, we're here just trying to wear awareness for homelessness, and it is Christmas. I fucking hate Christmas. Absolutely do. But I'll tell you more about this later on. But hey, I'll do one. I'm a faithful dog, believe it or not.
Why do you hate Christmas?
Because I emigrated in 1988, and my first Christmas I spent in London because it was a mixed community. The shops were open. So I says, fuck me. This is great. You know, you don't have to go to mass. You don't even have to have a Christmas dinner. You just hang around, just chill. It's €1,000 day, per person. But what do I do to not hate Christmas? Huh? What do I do to stay alive? Do I strive? But you see, the things I don't want to do, I do. The things I do, I don't want to. I swear, honest to Jesus, I really don't want to. Do I try another's ethics, forget the critics, ignore the judges, and rush headlong back to where you bloody well belong, escaping this Babylon? Write my song. Hear it hum on the wireless, or sing it discreet. Repress, suppress, address, or search for gods between the sheets. Streak the soul and hope that being good is, well, somehow better. Now that's a tricky tether. Trying your best to keep it all together. Giving up on the makeup. Keep it cool out on the fake up. On the break up, you try and inhale. Slowly exhale. Take 5. Count to 10. And start all over again and again. What do I do to stay alive? I've tried pen, pencil. I'm still in dire need of some stencil, whilst this death by proxy, foxed, boxed in with little or nothing boxed off, and there visited by forefathers' sin. That's some feeling, losing that look hard sprung. Someone please give me a gun. I take it for a walk, I take I for a swim. I do not know where to begin, how to win in this here we're all ever after. Do you try pretenses? Buy up the half acre, build fences, ate the altar, marry another man's daughter, be a martyr. If that does not work, well then, hey, come on, you at the back, buck the fuck up, think positive. Let's try harder to find a blind spot, go to meetings, avoid the gathering, catch what's fleeting, making this last, for too soon it passed, too fast, getting drunk, smoke skunk, listen to punk, hip hop, rock and roll, delve the arts with poetry. Well, you can shove all that clean up your fucking hole. And please, Jesus, don't beguile. You see, if I'm some cog, well, I'll walk this extra mile with me, for too soon to sleep, hoping to stand up every morning with something left in the keep. Isn't it a queer thing that now, lads, how we're all lambs to the slaughter, and who's counting sheep? There, sometimes weak, lying in bed, staring at the ceiling. Some crack that, huh? Anaesthetised, dumb. Cannot tell people what is feeling, and I'm reeling in disbelief, unable to play the hand life's dealt. God's never felt, pointedly aimless, sucking up all these stupid rumours that somehow taking your own life it is painless, that somehow taking your own life it is shameless. And I know there's sometimes you really couldn't blame us, but in the midst of all this shakedown, number crunching and water fucking charges, maybe this statistic will frame us when you find out, for example, that the male suicide rate in Ireland is about 1 a day. And if so, what do I do to stay alive? Because it's almost fucking Christmas. Grand, that's my pint. No, it's not. No. You're grand. The McLean Project. But, right. What is poetry?
Well, I'll tell you now what poetry is. Poetry is stuff that poets write. Finished. End of subject. But see, how do I explain it? You see, there a couple of years ago, I read this poem by a Kerry poet. We won't hold either of those two things against them. Lads, is the camera ready yet? I'm up here fucking like, I'm not being shot or nothing. But anyways, and he's got this poem about his grandmother's brown bread. And to be perfectly honest with you, the thing is, I think it's perfect and it's absolutely beautiful. But being from Tipperary, and by the way, from Tipperary, there is no word in the Tipperary vocabulary for competitiveness. It is what it is, basically. So it is what it is, and I read that poem and I says, I can do better. So I was there one night in the flat anyway, and I was working on it. I don't know how singer-songwriters do it, but I need a bit of blood sugar levels, just to keep it right. And I was struggling to try and write this poem, and I went out to the kitchen and says I'd make a hang sandwich. There was no hang, there was no bread, there was no butter. So I said I'd make myself an omelette. So I was there anyway, I was bating the egg, wondering to myself, what are these words I'm whisking here? And suddenly it came to me. And this here is a story about me mother Sarah Sweeney being a renowned egg beater. And it would have been wonderful now if you'd all been able to meet her, but sure, how and ever. But this is a story about her being familiar with every chicken and hen in the locality, and them knowing full well my roost and run. And as they should in a good neighbourhood, enable her to bake this yolk into shape that the cows come home to greet you. They're jumping up in the corner with a moo moo, missus. How you doing? Any chance of using us soon? How now? Soured cow. Now, to be perfectly honest with you, I do not know how she's done this. I've studied it intently, but deftly turning from her kitchen sink, joy or whatever chore it is she would be at, and possessed of a beguiling ease, she'd negotiate this proposal with need and motion there at the common table. Come in. 'Twas many's the times I saw it. Excuse me, Mr. Sweeney. Yes, sir. That's grammatically incorrect. You see, I would have been reared on the echoes of what some people would call Hiberno English. But in actual fact, it's unschooled Elizabethan English. You see, there's always a rub in the nub of the matter. So, oft the times I saw it, her standing there in a state of kitchen grace, holy grace, and me kneeling at the table in a state of kitchen grace, and half a Tipperary smeed from me nose to me knees, and with her floury hands on hip, and a gentle nod of the head. I'm sure she was remembering that she came from a place where wilful waste met woeful want, and little things crater, Asher. Don't they mean a lot? And sure didn't I flourish in the confidence that this MacLachlan woman from up Upper Church and a mile or two above it was enabled to catch every last drop. And I'm not being funny, but when I be thinking of it, I can taste it. Sweet as honey. Things, for example, how she fed her household on little or no money. And somehow, somewhere, right here, right now, well fucking reared. Sorry, mammy. Well fed, although you wouldn't think the look of it. And always keenly hungry. But I'd only ensure that you'd never be late for dinner and dare not miss a Sunday, for when the spuds and maize, oh Jesus, be clean from the plate. She keep you straight on sweetheart tats, and them even sweeter still will cool with ice cream. You scream, we all scream for ice cream in the summer. Oh, mammy! And then on the Sundays for a special treat, you'd get this dessert come in layers, start off with sponge trapped in jelly. It was like a religious experience. You'd say, Daddy, Daddy, Daddy. You go, huh? That sponge, it's in the jelly, it's on the jelly, it's under the jelly, it's over the jelly, it's all around the jelly, Daddy. Is it a sponge or is it jelly? He said, I don't know the fuck, just shut up and ate it. Ice cream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream in the summer. Sing it. Can you remember that? Ice cream, you scream. Can you sing it?
Everybody knows ice cream, but I think so.
Okay, you can't sing it. Anyways, after we got over that religious experience, then there was a layer of custard, and on top of that then there was a layer of cream, the kind of cream that doesn't scream when you whip it, and that was liberally sprinkled with hundreds and thousands. But I mean, I'm sure all people were so poor, it was tens and twenties, and the poor farmers in the road then, they sprinkled theirs with 10, 20. Now I'm sorry, that's an agricultural joke, nobody here gets it. But anyways, then you'd eat that really slowly just to make it last with a little teaspoon. And when you'd be finished that then, you'd lick your bowl and have a row with your brother then to lick his bowl, and you'd be finished with that and oh, Jesus, mammy, that was lovely. Was that difficult to make? And say, nah, love, it's a mere trifle. And then in the middle of the week, when you'd be feeling weak, or the middle of the week when you'd be feeling weak, she'd always have a little bit of cockamillish to keep you on your feet. And I'm not saying this is something you should do, but if you had to, take me home,
take me home and cut me in two, you'd find I'm made of a spotted dog, true and true. Ow! The end. Round of applause. A obligatory round of applause. It's fucking Christmas. Seriously. That's it. It's getting hard. It's getting hard. Everybody drunk?
Yeah, we're getting there.
All right, we're getting there. Right then, okay. Whilst we're waiting for the band to turn up, I'll gladly tread water. I'm very, very good at that. Goal, 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 goal. There you go. But anyway, someone told me that I couldn't do hip-hop. Someone told me that I may as well S-T-O-P. Ropey, gone past it, man's not dopesy. Still, I run my style with one hand in my pocket, one by my side, and sometimes in the air. And you know what? Sometimes down fucking there to help power through this stride of staying alive. Staying alive. Staying alive, because some half-arsed prick told me that I couldn't do hip-hop. Someone told me that I may as well S-T-O-P. No hopesy in Dublin City of ever reaching the T-O-P. With such guff and lingo for this rough dog and dingo, not my cup of tea. So go on, tell all them from me that you don't want to mess with Sweeney. Why not? Because Sweeney knows someone who killed he. Yes, me mother. Fact. You see, it's concentrating on minutiae there for now in a minute. My mother told me, amongst many other things, by sheer virtue of the fact, if you could call this fact a virtue, of being born in this archipelago, otherwise known as the British Isles, it would be to your benefit to learn and, basically to learn and execute the English language to the best of your own ability. Now, she got that from her mother. Now, her mother was a woman I've never seen, heard, felt, nor smelt. But we've got a black and white photograph of her wedding. You see, we are a modern family. And basically, from generation unto generation unto generation, with the determination and fuck all grim at all about it, with the emphasis on the fact that master your language. So I hope you're all listening and bristling now for another job well done. Come on, everyone. Let's go to Sweeney's. Load your gun. For this is a place where there's no quarters asked, none given. Bring your own homegrown if you can, and do not drone, if at all possible, to the rhythm of another's drum, where it's come one, come all. This beat you know it fall, this beat you know it go on and on. Kasula to a Donnan man and a woman. So let's play the game, build a frame of one size fits all, and here's call. Tell us what it is that you have found, and show us the colours of the sounds, of the sounds, of the sounds. And we not caring whether it be found in, on, over, or underground, it will be credited unto you, a good measure, pressed together, shaken down, overflown, even if you are sometimes known to be blown. Pretty bubbles in the air. And did your dreamy kind of lark give rise to a spark that makes you want to burn? Soul of fire, here tonight on this open mic, open season, doing our best to rhyme reason. So don't be like the man or the woman, them caught in the chain gang, cat in each passing scene, sat in, watching black and white flicks, screwing through their channels on their satellite zoo because someone told them that they had to. 1 2 1 2. Hello all in the hall, how you doing? This is not a test, it's not a competition to see who's better than the rest. So don't hulk, don't sulk, don't insult folk. For this, well, just don't fucking do it. Just be nice to everybody, yeah? Happy Christmas. The end. Woo! Ah, come on, give us a round of applause. Fuck's sakes, like. Ah, it's Christmas. Christmas, Christmas. Almost Christmas. Is the band ready? No, they're not. You're ready. You're ready. You're ready. Let's go with it. I've been living life on the building sites, always feeling shite. This isn't right. I've been living life on the building sites, always feeling shite. This isn't right. When all your world's a varying shade of concrete grey, chalk lines they staffed away, but you don't want to be here, so just put the head down, do the work, and think of the pay. Whereas precision dimensioned, all's planned, there's fuck all mentioned. Where we're tolerant to a degree, give or take 5 mil, and this uncultured division, there's always a hope that somebody else can hide your mistake. Where you're an attendant, forever pendulant, And if something needed, you're the fool sent for it. But the shortest line, it can't be crossed, cause someone else is always bossed, planed, bevelled, smooth, ruled. And if you could buy Jesus, you'd build to the skies, and damn this planning permission. For this is a place where there's no come in lates, no go home earlies, it's spot on always, no never nearlies. We've old hands, young bulls, stations, sections, separated, aggregated, all aggro and aggravated, out of time, out of luck. But lads, at least the standing time's in the book, where the meter's metric, sometimes manual, stealing a guitar, sometimes electric, was push to start, pull to go. There's always a hot hairy fucker now running the show, and he's pie's position, craned and abled, always lifting the fella that's labelled. That's me. This way up, your pat's pathetic, the pace frenetic, clad in metals, wood, concrete, synthetic, and you take a smoke for smoke, go anytime you get. And keep an eye and ear for civil engineers, and here's the queers, cheers, big ears. You see, that's graffiti on the tiled walls, giving you something to do while scratching the balls of your feet. And I've seen this one etched on the cleaners of stalls, that the painters, they'll never win. The shithouse poet, he's struck a gang, and there's a ganger banging on the door going, Sweeney! That's my name. I'll sack you when I catch you, you lazy, lazy Labrador. Ow! Happy Christmas, everybody. Thank you very much, everybody. What? Stephen and Alan. I was just told to say Stephen and Alan. I've said it. They're coming up. They're coming up. They're coming up. It's there. Thanks, lads. Absolute seamless. Anyways, listen, you're all being very, very patient, semi-drunk and all that kind of thing. Believe, hang tough. This evening is going to get better. So I'm going to seamlessly pass over here to Stephen and Alan. 1, 2, 3, 4, go.